All right, so I thought I would just quickly shine a light on this deck, which did decently in an event recently. It's an Abzan Tortured Existence deck using the Basilisk Gate package. So I've been testing a little bit lately with graveyard decks and with Tortured Existence decks, and this looks like kind of an interesting take on the archetype. So, of course, Tortured Existence is one black for an enchantment. It says pay one black, discard a creature card, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So, we want to be filling our graveyard with lots of creatures, and then getting the creatures that we want in our hand back with Tortured Existence while gaining value from having all these cards in our graveyard. So usually Tortured Existence decks tend to be Golgari, but this is an Abzan version. So first up, we have Sacred Cat, one white for a 1/1 with lifelink, and Embalm for a cost of one white. So you can pay one white, exile it from your graveyard to create a token that's a copy of it, which is obviously pretty cool with our graveyard synergies. We also have this new card from Dominaria United, um, Benelish Sleeper, 2 mana for a 3/1 with a kicker cost of 1 black. It says when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, each player sacrifices a creature. We have 1 Pit Keeper, very good in this kind of deck, 2 for a 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, if you have 4 more creature cards in your graveyard, you may return target creature from your graveyard to your hand as just sort of an aggro creature and a way to get our ETB things to trigger more. We have Core Skyfisher. One of the best graveyard fillers is Satyr Wayfinder, 2 mana for a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. Singleton copy of Quasali Pridemage, 2 for a 2/2 with Exalted. It also has pay 1, sacrifice it, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Got 2 Crypt Rats, of course 3 for a 1/1, pay X black. It deals X damage to each creature and each player. Then one of the best dredge enablers in the format and just a very annoying creature for your opponents to deal with is Stinkweed Imp. 3 mana for a 1/2 flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature, and it has dredge 5. Okay, we have 1 copy of Oromancer, 3 mana for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, then we have 3 Golgari Brown Scale, 3 for a 2/3, and it has Dredge 2, and it says whenever it is put into your hand from your graveyard, you gain 2 life. So this is very good against Burn as just repeatable life gain, and obviously has a ton of synergy with Tortured Existence because whenever we return the Brown Scale with Tortured Existence, we gain 2 life as well. Then finally, we have Gurmag Angler, 7 mana for a 5/5 with Delve. Although, to be honest, probably Writhing Necromass is just better in this slot than that. For some color fixing, we have Abundant Growth. For removal, we have Journey to Nowhere. And finally, for a way of filling our graveyard and also trying to get the creatures we want and also Tortured Existence, we have the sorcery Commune with the Gods. 2 mana, it says reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature or enchantment from among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. Okay, and in the sideboard, nothing too crazy. We have Fairy Macabre versus Reanimator and graveyard-based lists. We have Healer of the Glade, basically against Burn. 1 green for a 1/2. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. And then, as I said, this deck uses gates for color fixing and Basilisk Gate as basically our main finisher, our main damage dealer. So it's a land with tap add 1 generic, and it also has, or should I say 1 colorless, and it has pay 2 mana, tap, target creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of gates you control. And in total, we are running 16 gates. So that can be quite a big pump. So yeah, that's the deck. If you've been for it, or if you've been playing Tortured Existence and have some advice or feedback, I'd be keen to hear that. As always,